It's not a huge rant, but it definitely does deserve a video on its own. So back like 10 years ago when the clean beauty movement was taking off and I drank that Kool-Aid, I was definitely like in that space. What we see now is like crunchy mom spaces occupy. Even then, even before I went to a Marxist reading group, and y'all, if you see any Marxists in your group, see if you can join that reading group. I highly encourage it. It's very beneficial. A lot of smart people run those groups. At least that was my experience. But not to derail again. GMOs. When GMOs were marketed as something to fear, everyone who was on board with them were like, I don't know what the health implications of eating GMO foods are. Like, yes, maybe you can get less nutrition and nowhere near the question of plastics. Like, plastics are fairly maligned as like one of the ideas that are surfacing out there in our conversation, because that's where it should be. That's where your target should be, where you're like, I don't know what the effect of blank has on like the human organisms. It should be on plastics. It shouldn't be. GMO is like, we have been technically practicing it for millennia with, I forget what the term is. If I remember it, I'll try to put it up here after I research it, I guess. But what do they call it? It's like plant breeding. God, if I remember, I'll put it up here. But there's also the thing that we should hate about GMOs. And I don't remember when it was on Facebook that I ranted about it. But even back then, I was like, you shouldn't hate GMOs because of what they could potentially do to your body. That's not the fear. The reason you should hate GMOs is because they are trying to patent seeds, specific kinds of seeds. Like, maybe I do have more to rant on this. Sorry, so I know in the misinformation realm on this platform, I know a lot of people get targeted these videos on how like you should only be eating meat because did you know tomatoes and potatoes are from the nightshade family? Nightshade plants are poisonous. So you're putting poison into your body. And there's this amazing video that if I can find it in my watch history, I will post it down here, just taking down on the fact that we are constantly, as humans, since we have the ability to notice these things, we have changed our food landscape from natural plants to like changing foods to be more agreeable to us. And this is why like ancient carrots and tomatoes and potatoes, they don't look anything like they used to before. That's human influence. And GMOs on the like genome pattern, they're on the genetic level of changing foods into that area. So now what's happening with IP law is that companies like Monsanto that you see like constantly, demonized, but they're a shitty capitalist organization, but they're like trying to patent seeds because we specifically developed this seed and this is now IP, this is our intellectual property. Even back then I was like, that's why you should be anti-GMO. Not because of what the effect is of your body. It's because they're basically like what used to be the commons of the lands, the commons of plants who feed us and replicate via seeds for free is now going to be something else that can be sold to us. That's why you should be anti-GMO.